In this video, I'd like to show you two other things that will be of use to you. One of them is how to create a public account or a user account. If you have a user account for ArcGIS Online, you'll have considerably more capabilities within the software. You have the ability to share maps, to save maps, and a number of other capabilities. Plus, when you have a user account, I'll be able to make you a member of the Brockport organization or work group, essentially, which will give you even more privileges and will give you the ability to see what it's like to work in a team, which is the way that WebGIS was meant to be used. So in order to create the user account, just open up a web browser, go to arcgis.com as usual, and at this screen you can click on the sign in button and it'll give you the option on the left side to create a public account. Clicking on that offers you the chance to create a public account. I prefer to enter custom information for each new thing I create rather than allowing my work to be mingled with the other parts of my life. So if you click on this, which is what I recommend, you create a username and a password and confirm it. Type in whatever you want for your name, whatever you would like to use for a name, real or not, and you will have to supply some email, whether it's a throwaway or your Brockport email, which will allow communication between you and the ArcGIS cloud. And a security question. And that's all there is to creating an account. If you could do that relatively soon, we'll be able to use, you'll find use in that. The other thing I'd like to show you is how to access some of the very useful information and resources that come right along with the ArcGIS tool. Again, just for convenience rather than a lot of back arrows. From the home screen, arcgis.com, there is a spot here called What is ArcGIS, which shows a somewhat hokey but nicely done and informative 2-minute video about what is ArcGIS, with an emphasis on the online version of ArcGIS. So I'd recommend that you look at that particular video right there. And another thing that I would recommend that you look at least for a short browse, is to look at the features button, which just is probably overwhelming at this point, but does show you that there is a great deal of information and capabilities available with this software, and it just has beautiful presentation and beautiful sales here. So I just recommend looking at that briefly. Another thing that would be of interest is to click on the gallery button, which shows you some example maps that the ArcGIS people have put together, which show many of the projects that people have done within ArcGIS, such as perhaps fishing, jobs in the fishing industry. And these are read-only, essentially, maps that are just viewable. But it does show a nice map product, and this thing is called a story map, which is one of the major subsets of what people use ArcGIS Online for. It's a very nice demonstration. Another thing is you don't have to worry about the plans or the costs. We've already learned that map creates a new map, the usual help menus, and ArcScene, which is something that I haven't even mentioned yet, but it does allow you to take the mapping and put it into a Google Earth like interface rather than a very traditional flat map interface. So there's a lot to look at, and I'd recommend that you explore a little bit, and that'll end this video.